following is presented under Title 17 U.S. Code 107 that allows fair use of a copyrighted work for the purposes of criticism, teaching, and parody. Any attempt to infringe upon the right of fair use will result in an immediate legal response.
Today's video is a reaction to a video posted by Anton Daniels titled Bank of America Zero Down Mortgages for First-Time Homebuyers. In this video, Anton is warning people that listen to him or the subscribers to his channel, which is almost 87,000 people, to not take advantage of Bank of America's program.
Bank of America is launching a new program to address racial disparities in home ownership.
Yeah, this is interesting. The trial program offers zero down payment and zero closing cost mortgages for first-time home buyers. Instead of looking at a credit score, though, the bank will take into account whether you've paid your rent or utility bills on time. This launches first in predominantly Black and Hispanic Latino communities in Charlotte, Dallas, Detroit, LA, and Miami.
Now, this is not an advertisement, and I'm not getting paid to promote the Bank of America program. In fact, I'm not promoting the program at all. The purpose of this video is to point out that Anton Daniels is wrong about advising Black people to not participate in the program. See, Anton is a little fat, dark-skinned dude that has disdain for himself and other Black people. He often says unashamedly that Black culture is trash, yet he tries to present himself as the man, the only man on YouTube who can teach you how to become a millionaire. Now, if you are Black and you take financial advice from Anton, it would be like hiring a babysitter that you know doesn't like your baby.
So you tell him, and let me tell you something about niggas, all right? Let me tell you something about niggas. They don't care nothing about your... So you telling me a person that can't even read is supposed to qualify for a loan that don't even require a credit score? The only place that I know that don't require a credit score is a payday loan place.
Now, is Anton the financial savior who can lead Black people to reach the millionaire level? Or is he just another financial predator that is no different than a prosperity preacher? Let's talk about it.
I even resonated a little bit with Trump when he first announced it, because I thought that when he first came into, when he first announced that he was running for president way back in, I believe it was like 2015 or 16 or something like that, I was like, oh, he just marketed himself. But you're not looking at the pitch. They're acting like they're helping you, but they're helping them. They're acting like they're helping you, but they're helping them.
People who like and admire Donald Trump always do what Donald Trump always does, which is to say the quiet part out loud. They make you think that they are helping you when they are helping them. See, those people are tricksters and deceivers who pretend that if you listen to them, they'll make you rich. However, what they are really trying to do is to use your gullibility against you to make themselves rich. And this is what Trump did with Trump University. But he got sued and had to pay back $25 million of that stolen money. Now, the thing that Anton does appears to be very similar to what Trump does, which is grifting. See, grifting is engaging in small-scale swindling where you offer a person a product that has perceived value but no actual value. If he can get enough people to pay, if you can get enough people to pay you for that product, you can become a millionaire. And let's say, for example, you led 87,000 people to subscribe to your $15 Patreon channel. You could make $1.3 million every month. If you could lead that same 87,000 people to subscribe to your $49 Patreon channel, you could make $4.3 million every month or $52 million every year. And you could keep all of that money and get away scot-free if you can lead people to perceive that they're getting value out of you just talking. Now, isn't that how prosperity preachers get rich? I already posted a video about the Bank of America mortgage program in reaction to Pocket Watching with JT, but I had to post a reaction to this one because Anton reminds me so much of those Republican politicians. See, Republicans are against abortion because they know that a sucker is born every minute and they don't want women to abort any of their suckers.
If you pay attention to what happened back in 2008, this is very much a formula that put things in place that made people that couldn't even afford the mortgages that they qualified for or the loans that they took out And it created the crisis that we found ourselves in. And then we had to pick up the pieces, and then all of the rich people got richer because they had the resources to be able to buy your stuff up at cheap.
Now, Anton tries to lead you to believe that the no money down mortgage is a reinvention of the subprime mortgage scam. And apparently the little joker doesn't know that the Home Ownership Equity and Protection Act is a federal law that makes it illegal to let banks issue subprime mortgages. Now, banks will be fined millions of dollars, and consumers will be able to walk away without penalty whenever it is determined that a loan was predatory or subprime.
Why am I so adamant that you put 20% down when you buy a house? Not the 3.5% that they want to give you, the 20% down. Because if you don't put 20% down, the first thing that we have to take into consideration is that you got to pay private mortgage insurance.
Like the pocket watcher JT, Anton says that putting down a payment less than 20% will cause you to pay mortgage insurance or PMI.
The loans require no mortgage insurance.
He goes on a rant against PMI, only to find out after reading the article further that in addition to no money down and no closing costs, there's no PMI either. There is currently a lot of greed and corruption in the market, ladies and gentlemen, that is keeping food prices and apartment rental rates high. Therefore, it would be advisable to purchase a home as quickly as possible. And don't worry about trying to save 20% to buy if the rent rates are about to price you out of the market or put you on the verge of being homeless. There are a lot of people that work every day who make enough money to pay rent, but greedy landlords are making rent unaffordable. 3 or 4% down is not a problem if your mortgage will be less than 20% more than what you currently pay for rent. But just understand that owning a home is a little more expensive than renting because you have to pay maintenance and insurance costs yourself. Plus, you'll need a little extra money saved for emergencies because weather and other things beyond your control is going to happen. All right.
And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving my opinion.
Now, it's obvious that Anton is not a financial advisor, which is why he can't figure out why the bank can offer these mortgages with no money, with no down payment and no closing costs and no PMI. It's crazy for 87,000 of you folks to sit up there and take financial advice from a guy who admits that he's not a financial advisor. Now, since I've been in the financial services business for 45 years, it is easy for me to see that the poor guy is intellectually indigent when it comes to financial literacy. He reads things written by guys like me, then he formulates an uninformed opinion and sells it to you like hot garbage, and you guys eat it up. See, Anton appears to have a financial IQ that is not much higher than a 62. And like Trump, he probably secretly laughs at you because he knows that only a man who is intellectually indigent would sit up on YouTube and try to provide financial analysis on a program that he knows nothing about. Now, he said he was doing this video presentation without having read the article first. And I guess you are supposed to be impressed by that, right? But nobody that is an expert or a high level or have a high level experience in the financial services field would ever do anything like that. He's telling you that he's giving you financial opinions based on emotion, and any financial decision or conclusion that a man makes based on emotion is going to be a foolish one.
Let me tell you something. My grandmother used to tell me, Anton, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Now, I wonder why is it that every time an intellectually lazy Negro tries to pass on sage wisdom, it always came from his grandmother? Why is it that grandfathers never had anything wise to say? Yet when he discovers that A.J. Barkley is a woman, he implied that you have to consider the source. And this little misogynistic joker is saying that a woman can't know what she's talking about. Now, I've seen him time and time again just dismiss what his wife was saying because just like every other Donald Trump-loving Republican you know, he has no respect for women. And that is why they can pass laws against abortion without any exceptions. Now, here's a little quiet secret that men like Anton don't know about women, all right? A woman can determine the sex of her child. When a woman is pregnant, it says that she's expecting, right? See, she's not hoping, she's not wishing, she's expecting. Expectation leads to manifestation. Now, if a woman is expecting to have a boy, she'll have a boy. And the primary reason a woman will have a girl as her firstborn is because she wanted to reproduce herself, not her husband. Now, if a woman is deeply in love and completely respects her husband, she will have a boy who is just like her husband, okay? So she'll want to reproduce him. Now, my wife gave me 3 sons because she could see that I was the type of man that other men wanted to be and that other women wanted to be with. Now, I perceive that Anton does not have a son because his wife, who is really just a sweetheart, okay, subconsciously did not want to reproduce him. A boy is going to emulate his daddy, and subconsciously she probably didn't want to give birth to another arrogant little joker that won't listen to her.
See, ain't nobody in the industry, there is nobody on YouTube that can help you to understand this like I can.
Now, Anton doesn't want you to know that there are people like me on YouTube with 45 years of experience in the financial services business. Now, how do I know that he doesn't want you to know? It's because he blocked me from making comments under his videos. See, he realized that my comments disproved his nonsense and would affect his Patreon membership business, so he blocked me. Now, I helped over 1,200 clients become millionaires, whereas he can now point to one person that his verbal vomit elevated to millionaire status. And Anton likes Donald Trump because Trump makes money by giving people the impression that he is worth more than he actually is. See, Anton's game is to make money giving you the impression that he is worth more than he is, but with 87,000 subscribers, he has the potential to be a multimillionaire just from his Patreon channel. Since the old axiom is that a sucker is born every minute, Anton suckers low-budget people into giving him money for just talking. And see, Trump raised over $425 million by saying the government is out to get him. And the former 45th president conned people, close to 1 million people, into sending him $45 each. And Anton almost does basically the same thing in this video by giving you the impression that the banks are out to get you.
Do you know that finance companies make way more money, not from the people that got good credit, but from the people that got bad credit? Credit card companies, auto loan companies, student loan companies, all of the companies give the most egregious rates to the people that they don't have any qualifications for.
The only way banks can take advantage of you is if you take a mortgage that you know that you cannot afford. As long as you do not take a no down payment type mortgage that is more than 20% of what you currently pay for rent, you should be able to handle it. Now, there are many ways to reduce your mortgage rapidly without paying anything extra monthly. So it's best to get into a home with a mortgage that's affordable as quickly as possible. Then you can use my rapid mortgage reduction strategies to pay off your mortgage or pay down your interest quickly. Now, I have a book that you can find at Dr. Will Enterprises titled Rapid Mortgage Reduction Strategies that provides all the information you need to reduce your mortgage quickly and easily. However, be sure that your mortgage contract does not have a clause that penalizes you for early repayment, okay? Now, I have another book titled, 13 Steps to Debt Freedom that teaches you how to be totally debt-free quickly and easily. Now, it contains information that is new and true that nobody told you. And I recommend that you get both of these books and start making yourself smart on how to get debt-free quickly. And this knowledge will also teach you how to increase your credit score rapidly and obtain a mortgage that's affordable, along with showing you how to pay off your mortgage quickly.
The following is presented under Title 17 US Code 107 that allows fair use of a copyrighted work for the purposes of criticism, teaching and parody. Any attempt to infringe upon the right of fair use will result in an immediate legal response.
I shouldn't even be breaking this down to y'all because I don't even know if you motherfuckers is a part of the Patreon. Servicing of the mortgage is this, okay? Your credit union, and they gonna try to trick you and try to act like, oh no, credit unions are better. They're not. Credit unions are there to try to get you for the mortgage. The person that actually services the mortgage, processes the payments, have you going online, doing all of this other type of stuff, they charge the credit unions and all of these different institutions fees based off of how many loans that they have. Now, the other side of the equation is this. If the loan is in bad standing, let's just say the pandemic happened. Banks got a killing off the pandemic. Whenever loans are in bad standing or they're in financial forbearance or all of this other type of stuff, the servicers, the servicing side of the bank gets to charge the person that holds the mortgage more money. But we don't have to take any of the risk because it's not our mortgage. So you're paying me to service your customers, which we then get a percentage of the fee that they pay to the servicer of the mortgage. Everybody making money except for you. Everybody making money except for you. So now when you get to go into default or you ask for a forbearance, Guess who get bigger bonuses? Why you think my bonuses are so big? Because I'm trying to figure out how to make more money for the banks. Who you think gonna pay for it? Why you think my bonuses are so big? When I show y'all my W-2 inside of the Patreon and the video is still up, why you think I make so much fucking money? You think they pay me just because I'm smarter than everybody else? No, because I understand people. And I understand that people given the choice are not going to make the best decision for themselves. Because the only thing that you see is the marketing.
Now, did you notice that Anton just confirmed what I said earlier? People who identify with Trump always say the quiet parts out loud. He just admitted that as a bank employee, his job was to find a way to generate more fees for the bank and to make you pay for it. See, he gets big bonuses because he's good at it. And he said the only thing that you see is the marketing. So now every time you see him sitting there in his gold trimmed bathrobe, giving you the impression that he is pouring into you, you'll understand that the only thing that he wants you to see is the marketing. Now, he understands that you cannot see that he is a millionaire because of his ability to make money, grow money. He understands that if he markets correctly, he will get you to make him a millionaire by paying monthly Patreon fees because he makes sure that you can only see the marketing. See, 80% of every lie or attempted deceive must be true. If a lie did not contain a substantial amount of truth, nobody would ever believe it. But Anton is saying that you will buy into deception if the only thing that you see is the marketing. In effect, he's telling you again, saying the quiet part out loud, that his game is deception and he can lead you to buy into his program if he disguises his program in a good marketing scheme. See, he knows that he can get people like you to buy into it because a sucker is born every minute. But just remember that the devil is so slick, he'll tell you exactly what he's doing to you and then dare you to do something about it. Now, I have to admit that the way the Bank of America is marketing their mortgage program is a marketing ploy that is deceptive on its face, okay? However, the truth is the program itself is not harmful to Black and Hispanic people. See, the banks secure your 20% down payment and loan and closing costs for you, which is why they can also say that you don't have to pay PMI. See, the bank receives the down payment and closing costs in order for you to purchase a home, but they just don't get it directly from you. You see, the Bank of America program simply mimics one that Chase has run for years, all right? The advantage that they get from running these programs is by acting as a pass-through agency for the money that you would receive from first-time homebuyer programs. Rather than making you find and apply, they already know the programs that you'll be eligible for, so they apply on your behalf to secure your down payment and closing costs. See, they may not tell you this is what they did, but if your mortgage contract stipulates that you must live in the home a certain amount of years before you can sell it or turn it into a rental property, that's exactly what they did. Now, the fact that you have to attend first-time homebuyer training is also an indication of what they're doing. And again, saying that you are being offered a no down payment and no closing cost mortgage is simply a marketing ploy. But the banks get that money, just not directly from you. And remember, 70% of a person's net worth is based on the value of their home. And white people currently have 10 times the net worth as Black people because they own high-value homes. And see, white people have a home ownership rate of over 70%, whereas Black people have a rate of less than 45%. And there are a lot of things you can do financially when you own a home, such as start a business, send your kids to college, and so on. Now, if you are ready to increase your net worth, take up a stronger position financially, and improve your social standing, you must take advantage of the Bank of America No Money Down program and buy a home immediately. All right? Amen. Well, that's all that I have for now. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, share this video with your family and friends, and I'll be back with something new that nobody told you. Until then, remember that God loves you, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I'll see you next time on 0 to Millions and Dr. Will Enterprises.